Hi and welcome to this video. I've been a teacher now for many years, and over this time I've heard many students say, I want to understand concepts better. I want to recall information easier. I want to perform better on my tests and exams. And the most common statement made by students and observations made by teachers is that students don't know how to study. In this video we will consider the how of study, which in turn will greatly improve your understanding, recall, and performance. Most students have the best intention when it comes to study. Most students want to succeed and do their best. However, without a plan, most students find themselves easily distracted from their study and falling short of their potential. Students often find themselves watching the clock, daydreaming, listening to music, using their phones, watching TV, and playing games. At the end of the designated hour's study, most students would be lucky to have actually focused on their studies for more than 5 to 10 minutes. Today I want to share with you a study method used by millions of students across the globe that has been shown to improve the effectiveness of your study sessions and indeed your level of understanding. Would you like to drastically improve your study habits? Let's go! Welcome to the Pomodoro study technique. The word Pomodoro is Italian for tomato. The Pomodoro technique was designed by Francesco Cirillo and named after his kitchen Pomodoro timer. He designed this study technique in the late 1980s as a university student. It works on the idea that any large task or tasks can be broken down into smaller time intervals called Pomodoros. This technique is designed to maximize our brain's limited attention span. The basics of the Pomodoro technique is to work with time rather than to struggle against it. The Pomodoro technique is as follows. 1. Choose a task you'd like to get done. For example, write a summary, or attempt a practice exam, or maybe read a chapter of a textbook. 2. Set the Pomodoro timer for 25 minutes. Commit yourself fully to the task for 25 minutes, no interruptions. 3. Work on the task until the Pomodoro rings. Immerse yourself on the task for the full 25 minutes. If at the end of the 25-minute time period you have more to do, write down the task on a sheet of paper and come back to it later. 4. When the Pomodoro rings, put a physical check mark against the task. Congratulations! You've spent an entire interruption-free Pomodoro on a task. 5. Take a short break. Reward yourself, say, for 5 minutes. In this time you could relax or meditate, maybe grab a cup of coffee or go for a short walk. The final step, 6. After 2 Pomodoros, take a longer break. So, after 2 25-minute Pomodoros, take a longer break, say 10 minutes, before attempting your next 2 Pomodoros. Millions of people have benefited from the use of the Pomodoro study technique at both secondary and tertiary levels of study. It can truly improve your capacity to understand concepts, to recall information, and to perform better on tests and exams. To optimize your Pomodoro study technique, consider the following recommendations. 1. Learn to protect your Pomodoro from internal and external interruptions. It's essential that your 25-minute Pomodoro is not interrupted. Find a quiet and secluded location where possible to study. Be sure to turn off any digital devices that may cause a distraction, such as email or mobile phones. Be sure to inform others around you that you don't wish to be disrupted. In the event that you are interrupted, reset your Pomodoro timer and start the session again. 2. Don't just work on a task. Be sure to allocate a few minutes for recap and review. Be sure to recap the content studied in the previous Pomodoro. Work on the new content for the vast majority of the available Pomodoro, say 20 minutes. And finally, complete a short review of the content covered at the end of your Pomodoro. Number 3. Set a study timetable according to your available time. Work around commitments such as sport, work, and social activities. You'll find there is still ample time available to complete your Pomodoros. Take this sample schedule. This student has school, they practice and play sport, and they always have Friday evenings off and socialise on a Saturday evening. As can be seen, there are plenty of hours available in the week to study. A 10-hour or 20 Pomodoro study week could look like this. As can be seen, even with 10 hours of study and sport and social commitments, this student has plenty of time for other activities such as TV, social media, or exercise. Many students have a part-time job. As can be seen in this schedule, the Pomodoros can easily be relocated around sport, social, and job commitments. It is simply a case of finding time in your week to fit everything in. Point 4. Set a study timetable according to your energy levels. Some students have more energy and therefore study better in the mornings than the evenings. The schedule shown demonstrates how Pomodoros can be fitted into the morning of a study program as much as possible. It's important to be aware of when you study best. Perhaps trial both morning and evening Pomodoros to determine when is your optimum study time. Point 5. Selecting an appropriate number of Pomodoros. My final recommendation for optimizing your Pomodoro study technique is to complete an appropriate number of Pomodoros per week for your level of study. As a general rule, I would aim for the following. For Year 10 students, complete 2 to 3 Pomodoros per subject a week. Year 11 students, complete 4 to 5 Pomodoros per subject a week. And finally, for Year 12 students, complete 6 to 8 Pomodoros per subject a week. If you'd like to know more about the Pomodoro study technique, then check out the following websites, a list of which I'll provide in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.